So before we start, do you remember this one, how we can solve it, or you need me to solve this one again?
Yes, we remember.
Anyone need me to solve this one again? Question number 3.
Could you solve it again, please?
Habib.
Yes, sir. Explain again.
Okay. Bismillah. So Bismillah, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Inshallah, we'll continue graphing the special angle. You remember how we can graph the piecewise function? At the first, we divide it into 2 function or 3 function according to the number of functions that we have, and by substitution using the conditions that we have. So the second part in our lesson, that's how we can write the equation if the given is the graph. Number 1, I give you the equation, then I need you to graph. Number 2, I give you the graph, then I need you to write the equation. So before you start solving, you need to divide the graph into parts. How many parts that we have? We have, that's the part number 1, that's the part number 2, that's the part number 3. We have 3 lines. To write the equation of a line, the main point that you need is slope and y-intercept. So for number 1, can you find the slope? What is the slope of number 1?
2/1.
You are going, that's positive slope, and you are going 2 and run 1, so it will be 2/1, which equals 2. Can you find the y-intercept?
1, 2, 3.
3.
It's intercepted at 3. So the equation now, what is the equation of the first one?
Y is equal to 2x plus 3.
2x plus 3. Number 2. Line number 2 now.
-1.
What is the slope? I need to find the slope.
1.
What is the slope? Is -1. What is the y-intercept?
2.
If you extend the line,
2.
if you are going up 1 and run 1, you will find that the point is 2. You can find it from the graph by this way. Any problem for finding this one?
No.
No problem.
Okay, so it would be 2. So the equation now would be
Y is equal to -x.
Negative x plus 2.
Yeah.
Number 3.
Slope is 0.
It's represented by horizontal line. What is the meaning of the horizontal line? The equation will be y equal. If you extend the line, you will find that the graph will intersect, or the line will intersect the y-axis at the point.
At 3.
3.
So y equal 3. That is the equation.
3.
So how we can write the piecewise function? All what we have to do just, we can write f of x equals, then open the braces. The first function that we have, that is the first one. I just take only the part without y, and that's the second one, and that's the third one. So I will write 2x plus 3. The second, -x plus 2. The third is 3. But for the first one, number 1, is bounded or unbounded? What is the meaning of bounded and unbounded? Bounded, it's mean line segment. Bounded, it's mean line segment. Unbounded, it's mean ray. Number 1, unbounded, it's ray. It's mean
Unbounded.
it's greater than or smaller than. Greater than or smaller than. So the line now is going, if you start, the line is going to the right or going to the left in direction. Which direction?
Left.
So x is smaller than. It's start with open circle. So it will be smaller than. Smaller than what? Look at x. Which value for x?
1.
Just go from this point and go down to x. What is the value of this point? It's 1.
1.
So it will be smaller than 1. The second line, line number 2. Line number 2 is bounded or unbounded?
Bounded.
Bounded. It will be x is greater than and smaller than. The starting here is open or closed?
Closed.
So it will be greater than or equal. The end is closed.
So equal.
Again, go down from this point to the number line, so it will be 1. And the end at
2.
2. Number 3 is bounded or unbounded? Ray, unbounded. It's going to the right or to the left?
Right.
Right, it's mean greater than. Left, smaller than. So x now is greater than
2.
Start from open circle, so it will be only greater than. Greater than, then we start going from here and going to look at x. You will find that this is number 1, that's 1, that's 2, so it will be greater than 2. That's how we can write the function. I will solve again number 4, then you will solve number 5.
Must I have a question?
What is the question that you have?
For the equation that you wrote for number 3 was y equals negative x plus 2, but if we extend it to the left, it intercepts at 3.
How 2? How 3? I will draw the line now.
You said if you
I will draw
extend
the
it-
line now.
No,
That
for
is the
number
line.
3.
Say, okay, extend the line. It will intersect the y-axis at 3.
Yeah,
So
but
that's-
you wrote negative x plus 2.
Just 1 minute. This one. That's number 3. That's number
Yeah, I'm
3.
talking about- Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. In the equation, you wrote y equals negative x.
That's
plus
equation
2.
number 2. This one, that one.
Okay.
By the
So
way,
they solve-
number 3 is constant. There is no x in number 3.
So it's only
Constant
y.
line. Y equals a number. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. مية مية. مية مية. Alhamdulillah. Okay. So how we can solve number 4? We'll divide it into 4 parts. 3 parts. That's line number 1, a line number 2, a line number 3. Because the scale now is different, the scale is 2, because negative 2, negative 4, negative 6. So I will just take 2 points to make it easy. I need to take 2 points. That's point number 1 and point number 2. Can you find the coordinate of the point number 1? Now I'm solving a line number 1.
Again, Mr. Why do we
Negative
take
6,
2
0.
lines?
Just 1 minute,
2
yeah,
points?
Sam. Just 1 minute. Sam, what's your question?
Why do we take 2 points?
Because now the scale is 2. Can you draw the line? Can you find the slope from this one?
Okay.
The scale is 2. This one is scale is 1. So it's easy. Count, rise over, run. But now the scale is different. I can count it, no problem. But make it easy for yourself. Just take 2 points. So what is the coordinate of the first point?
Negative 6 and 0.
Negative 6 and 0. Just find the main point that you find 2 points. The second point is
Negative 3 and negative 1.
negative 3 and the negative 1. From the 2 point, find the slope.
Negative 1 over 3.
Negative 1 minus 0, it will be negative 1. Negative 3 minus negative 6 will be positive 3. خلاص?
Yeah, خلاص.
Now we need to
Yeah.
find y-intercept. How we find y-intercept? You remember the equation for the y-intercept?
We extended. So
B equals y
Without
minus
extended.
mx.
Now I can't extend because it will be not exactly graph. So we need to find it. How we find it?
E
Equation. I told you the equation. I explained it yesterday. And explained it before, by the way. That's not new.
Y minus mx.
Y minus mx. So we can take any y and any any x and any y. Suppose that I'm taking the first point. So it will be 0 minus m, which is negative 1 over 3 times x, which is negative 6. That means b is equals. What is the value of b for this one?
negative 2, the answer.
The answer is negative 2. So the equation now would be
Y is equal to
negative 1 over 3x minus 2. And only the part that will be written at the piecewise function, this one, without y.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, number 2. What is the equation for the line number 2?
It's 2 only.
Y is
It's
equal to 2.
constant. It's constant. So y equals 2. Number 3, just we take 2 points. 2 points. The first point is
1 and 3.
1 and 3.
1 and 3. The second point is
2 and 6.
2 and 8.
2 and
6.
2 and 6.
So the slope will be
So
3.
the slope now will be equals 3. And the y-intercept b is equals
Y minus mx, which is
m
0.
equals 3.
The slope will be,
And B
y-intercept is
equals-
0.
b equals y, which
0.
is 3 minus 3 times 1, which equals 0. So the equation now would be y
Y
equals
is equal to 3x.
3x. Now we need to write the piecewise function. So I will start writing that's f of x equals the first one, which part that I will take
Negative
this
1 over
one
3.
and this one.
Yeah.
So it will be negative 1 over 3x minus 2. And the second part is 2. And the third part is 3x.
3x.
Okay. So the first one is bounded or unbounded?
Unbounded.
Unbounded and going to the left. So x is smaller than. Look at the starting point. The starting point is closed, so it
smaller
will
than
be
or equal.
smaller than or equal. Then from this point going to the x
-3.
to what? -3.
-3.
Yes.
Yes.
So x, the second one is greater than and the smaller than. The first one is open, so to greater than only -3. And the smaller than
1.
1. Number 3, the line number 3. X is greater than or equals 1. Any problem for this one? Maroon?
Sir, could you repeat why it's how
hopefully.
it's bounded
There
and
is one.
unbounded?
Bounded, what is the meaning of bounded and unbounded? This line number 1, is ray or line segment?
Line segment.
What is the difference between line segment and ray? What is the meaning of line segment and ray?
Array extends.
Just 1 minute.
infinitely.
The one who is asking me, please, ya Shabab, please. One who's
Sir,
asking
could you
me
review it? Could you review it again?
again. What is the? Just give me the information that you know about line, ray, line segment. What is the difference between them?
Dot lines are like it's for like the functions and stuff.
I don't know what is the meaning of function. You know what is the meaning of function? I don't know. I'm talking about geometric figure. Geometry. What is the meaning of a line? Meaning. What you know about the line, not the
A line is
definition.
like a straight line. Geometry like two a point intersecting a line.
2 point intersecting a line.
Any point.
Yani that's called a line. This one is called the line. This point. This line.
No, that's a point.
You said any point. So that's a point.
Yeah,
A
line
line is a step point, has no thickness, and there is no thickness, and extended from the two sides, from the right side and from the left side, extended from the two sides. Has no end from the right, and there is no ending point, and there is no starting point. So you will find
There's
that
no
from
end
the
point?
left, there is no end from the line. It's extended from left and from right. That's line, straight line. A line segment. Number 2, ray. Ray is a part of a line. A part of a line because it has a start and there is no end. A line segment has a start and the end. That's called ray. That's called line segment. You know the difference between them now? Ya Shabab, who's asking me? Bilal. Bilal.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You get your answer now? Well, I didn't say anything about the bounded or unbounded. So my question number 1 is ray or line segment?
It's a ray.
Ray, it's mean unbounded because there is no end. One of the side has no end. Because one of the side has no end, it's mean it's smaller than only or greater than only. If that's going to the left direction is going to the left, it's mean smaller than. If the direction is going to the right, it's mean greater than.
Okay.
You understand it?
Yes.
Okay. Can you solve, please, number 5? Number 5. Solve number 5 and send it to me. Solve number 5 and send it to me. So we can start with the next one. Graph each of the following function. Then we need to identify the domain and range. Identifying the domain. Because I'm asking and no one give me any response. So go look at number 6. Let's leave number 5 and look at number 6. Now, what is the type of the function of number 6? What is the type of the function of number 6? What is the type of the
value function?
Absolute value. How the graph of the absolute value function will be look like?
V shape.
V shape.
It will be graphed.
So the graph now will be V shape. So to graph the V shape, not the stepwise. There is another one for the step. The step function, there is another one. That's V shape. That's the absolute value.
Oh, my bad.
The absolute value.
Okay, my bad.
So how we can graph the absolute value function? Again, for this one, how we can graph the absolute value function? So I'll graph to graph any line, you need slope and a point, or 2 points, or slope and y-intercept. That's to graph any line. or you can just finding by using the table, finding two ordered pairs, then graph. For the absolute value, you need to find the vertex. Number one, you need to find the vertex, because the graph now will be as a V shape. That is the graph of the absolute value function. Please look at the screen for this one. Try to understand this one, please, because I will not repeat it, because this one is old. That's from Algebra 1, but I'm repeating this part only. So please, that is called the vertex of the graph. Number one, you need to find the vertex of the graph. Number two, find a point or 2 points. I need at least 1 point. 1 point before the vertex, 1 point after the vertex. 1 point before the vertex, 1 point after the vertex. At least. If you find 2 before and 2 after, wallahi, thank you. I would be appreciated. But don't give me just 1 point before and there is no point after. You need 1 point before the graph, before the vertex, and 1 point after the vertex. Nicola, can you hear me? 1 point before the vertex, 1 point after the vertex.
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah. So now how we can solve this one? To find the vertex, just take the expression between the absolute value and write this expression and make it equal to 0. So what is the value of x now?
0.
0.
So now you can complete the table. That's x and that's y. Put 0 at the middle. We said we need at least 1 point before. But for me, I will find 2. So you can find -1 and the -2. If you just need 1 point before, it will be okay. 1 point after, it will be okay. The point which after 0, which is 1 and 2. By using substitution, what is the answer? Complete the table now. Complete the table for this one.
-4.
-4.
Isn't it positive 4
No,
because absolute value?
-4. -8.
How -8? Use a calculator, please, Sam.
Positive 4. 4.
Negative.
0. It's 0.
You are in grade 11 and you can't calculate.
I forgot.
2 times -2 equal -4 outside the absolute value. It will be 4 minus 4 equals 0. 2 times -1 equal -2 outside the absolute value. It will be 2 minus 4 equal -2. 2 times 0 equals 0 minus 4 equals -4. 2 times 1 equals 2 minus 4 equals -2. 2 times 2 equals 4 minus 4 equals 0. To make sure that your graph is right, your solution is right, if you look at the one from the left and one from the right, you will find the same number. And now -2, and it will be -2. The only one which is different, the one at the middle. The one at the middle, which one? The only one which is different. But if you look at the right and at the left, you will find that's like a symmetric line. That's the line of symmetry. Any problem for this one to complete the table? Any problem for this one?
No.
Anyone didn't know how to complete the table? Allahumma ballaghta, Allahumma fashhad.
Sir, can you repeat once more?
Repeat what?
The table, the Y values.
So, can you use substitution? Why you leave me without give me any response after I finish? You ask me.
Sir, I said at the right time.
To graph this one, that's the y-axis, and that's the x-axis. So -2 and 0. So that's -2 and 0. -1 and -2. 0 and -4. 1 and -2. 2 and 0. Then graph the line. Starting from the vertex, then draw the V shape. That's how we can graph. Now we need to find the domain and range. Domain and range. What is the meaning of domain? What is the meaning of range? The meaning, not the domain. I don't need to find the value of domain. What's the meaning of the domain? What is the meaning of the domain?
All possible x values?
All of the possible x value. All of the values that you can use and replace instead of x. And what is the meaning of the range?
Possible y values.
Possible. The answer that you will find after using the values of x. So the answer that you use for y. The answer that you use for y. Or the image of x at y. So what is the domain for this one? To find the domain, we look at
Left and right.
x, left and right. So start from left. So if you start here from left, you will find that there is arrow. It's mean we start from the negative infinity. Then going to the last point at the graph, because we have an arrow, it's mean we are going to
So
positive
all real
infinity.
numbers.
So the domain now will be domain is all real numbers. Now we need to find the range. How we find the range?
Start from -4,
We're starting from -4, then going up.
going up. So
So it will be
y is equal
y is greater than
greater than or
equals
equal
-4.
-4.
Because we start.
Additive.
If you look at -4 here, if the point at the vertex, look at the vertex,
Okay.
Yeah.
and all of the point at the right and at the left are more than this point.
More than, yes.
So this point is the minimum point. So all of the point will be above this line, above this point, all of the point above this point. So you can just take the point from the vertex and look, the graph is going up, so it will be more than or equal. The graph is going down, so it will be less than or equal. If the graph is going down, so y less than or equal the value of y at the vertex. If the graph is going up, so it will be y is more than or equal the value of y at the vertex. Huh? Any problem for this one?
No,
Any problem for this one?
Yes, again.
One more time. What? Again, which? Please, if you want to say again.
Sir.
No.
When we put the x and y values, can we do only 3 or do we have to do 5?
Can you repeat what I'm saying now? What I said last time? Find what? Then find what? Can you repeat it?
Find the vertex.
Then?
I don't remember.
Continue. خلاص, go back to the video and see. Well, I repeated more than 4 times, or 5 times. So number 7, please solve number 7 and send it to me. Number 7 and send it to me, please.